Hello. It has definitely been a minute since I've done one of these, and I apologize. Life has sort of took over for an extended period of time, and but this is one that I've been talking about for a little while. I'm going to be reviewing this game right up here, which is Spawn the Eternal for PlayStation 1. PlayStation. Todd McFarlane's dark comic hero is unleashed. Only a fight in hell will save his soul. When Spawn's hellborn rage explodes, can anything survive? Featuring America's #1 comic book characters, including Overkill, Tiffany, Vandalizer, Vaporizer, Violator, and the Hellion Melboja. Engage in blood-gushing hand-to-hand slaughter and rip the limbs from your opponents. Execute magic, cape, and chain-based attacks over 15 enormous and deadly 3D worlds. Uncover secrets, magic, and keys for a challenging adventure game experience. Read right off the back of the case. I love Spawn. I have several Spawn physical media items besides this game. So I was really excited to go in and play this because I did not play it, or I don't remember it when I played it back in the day, if I even did. So shall we? Let's get into it. I left the PlayStation boot up screen on here because, at least for me, it's a lot of nostalgia and definitely hits you with some dopamine when you're about ready to dive into whatever adventure is in store. If you are unfamiliar with Spawn, essentially Al Simmons was a government operative who is very good at killing. And he was double-crossed by his superiors and who made a deal with Malbolgia, and they killed him. And then Malbolgia promised him that he could come back to Earth and see his wife, as long as he was the leader of Hell's army to bring hell on Earth. And he said okay. And then kind of grew a conscience, I guess. This game, it has a story and it does not explain any of it. I think that the only reason I know anything is because I went through and like read the manual. But basically, this is after Spawn goes to hell. He's subjected to several trials to gain, his to learn how to use his abilities and get his power-ups and, basically like training, and that's what this is. It's Spawn training to be Spawn. All right. So we're starting off in this room and different trials open, but right now we only have an option for this one. As you can see, Spawn is wearing camouflage so that he blends into the walls and the doors and everything else, which is a very good design choice. Very good design choice. There are a few areas that are not as hectic as far as walls and stuff, so you look a little different and it's easier to see your character. But you'll also notice that there's basically no music for the entire time. It's all just sound effects, and some of them are really great sound effects. I think I'd almost prefer silence. Also, the sound effects here is a train moving, but there's no trains. They're just sitting in front of you, not moving. So that is very immersive. Let's talk about the combat. When you encounter an enemy, it switches to this like 2D fighter, and you'd get music. I think there's like 4 songs that play during this fight sequences. You have your chain attacks and your fireballs and your cape and stuff, and it's just not very varied at all, and it's not very intense. It's an interesting concept, and I don't think it's that bad. It's just not deep enough in the combat to really matter. It might as well just be a third-person slapper.
Fight!
So all in all, in retrospect, going back, playing this game or playing it for the first time, I can't remember. I do not think it is a very good Spawn experience or experience in general. I rate this game 1 necroplasmic ball. I would say that the only thing you should do is save your time and go watch the TV show from the 90s or early 2000s or whenever it was. Just go do that instead. You'll feel much more fulfilled. Much more fulfilled. And hopefully until next time, right? Hopefully there won't be several months in between, but we'll do our best. We do our best out here. You know, that's all we can do because things are tricky. But